things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Glad to have you with us in Evanston, Illinois. Ryan Field, home of the Northwestern Wildcats. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Duke Blue Devils. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week. Then let's tee this one up. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So Duke's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Gilby got it out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Leaves it with the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Floats it out in space. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using the quick game. Man, just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Blue Devils racing to the line in the hurry up. Back to pass. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up the throw. Safe completion on the screen. He stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a 1st down. It'll be 4th. And the Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it from the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Got a man, it's Figueroa. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
And the Blue Devils want to pick up the tempo.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Pressure coming. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down. The inside handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll do it himself. Looking for room at the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Duke. The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He lost it high and deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Fires toward the end zone. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's not afraid to go deep. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. They really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Barrels ahead. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go.
And just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give from the gun. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Blue Devils will hustle to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Makes a connection. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
Offenses love the explosive.
2nd and 10.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Blue Devils are marching down the field.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty at 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to sneak it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you...
Hauls it in easily enough for the 1st down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Blue Devils. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Northwestern offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Now the play fake. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
The Wildcats getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Wildcats. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Blue Devils want to move quickly.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
That had all the makings of, pardon me, windshield, but how about the move? Warner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first. Quickly to the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or 2 miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Nice move there. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. A shot toward the end zone. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. He's got his man across the middle. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the mark. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Just a short pass to the tight end. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel again.
He'll start this drive firing. He'll try to do it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Northwestern. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, Bill. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Just enough time to get off one more snap. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great environment there today in Evanston. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Ryan Field.
And the Blue Devils will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Breeze. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Northwestern right back to the line. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Turning it on. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on 3rd down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires it down the seam. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Wildcats! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab on the shuffle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down play from the gun. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Northwestern offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Might be calling a hot route. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Unloads it left. Complete downfield. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Northwestern comes to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The running back has it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Northwestern! The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. They didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be the defensive coordinator calling the plays.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a fifth. On third down, he drops to throw. Get it out on the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Looks it in at the 40. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Northwestern wants to go quickly.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. After the run, now to throw. And that ball is caught in the back of the end zone. The officials are signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. This should be the last play of the quarter. Unloads quickly. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the period, and Northwestern has the lead here. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Holds and fires complete to the right. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on for a massive fumble recovery. And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to the well. Breaks into the open. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the 4th quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Motion from the back. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Puts it out of the air. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Yeah, And Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to...
Touchdown, Wildcats! Fit it in the window for the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home and then come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Trying play action. Looking downfield. Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Quickly complete. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. Touchdown, Northwestern. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 38 to Penn State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And the Blue Devils just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the tailback. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Took a shot as he threw.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Complete in the middle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the left. There he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Wants to go up top. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what makes college football so great, the home crowd and how they were able to impact this game. No doubt about it, David. They played a big factor.
And they're still jacked up, and they're still excited. They play a big factor, and it affects everything. College football, road atmospheres, they're tough, even when the team isn't ranked like they weren't today.